buzz. Me don't know. The buzz.
You know how we roll.
This is the entertainment buzz. Further on in the buzz.
That is why they part our things. And them searching. Like what just on the clip them.
What we gonna do right here is go back. Way back into time.
Sky, are you? All the respect them eyes so good. Like a flag. Hear me now. So bout it. Dig it well. Entertainment buzz are the real thing, man. Say.
Now, our feature presentation.
Yes, sir. We want to say a very special welcome to the EBUZZ. I'm DJ Bones.
And I'm Kishima Francis. Want to say welcome to our listeners locked in. You can hear me, Bones?
I'm hearing you loud and clear now, darling. I was just a little confused there for a few minutes there. I was wondering
who.
I didn't know who I was looking at. Rastafari Yes, Kish.
You know, it's a special hair oil. I just applied it, and what do you know? Voila.
Well, look here. It's a long time you had that hair oil, but we never see it work so well. That this is
it's like magic.
It's an overnight hair oil.
Literally.
How are you? How you doing?
I am good. How you been?
Been good. What a night tonight. We have such great topics and such interesting discussions that we're going to be partaking in tonight. So we want to just implore our listeners to log on, listen wherever in the world you are. I want to big up our friends in Dublin, Ireland. Big up to...
nice.
Yeah. So
well, you already know our reach.
There's no limit.
Global.
No, it's global. Big up to Jamila Nelson. Big up to Brennan. They're in Dublin, Ireland, and they're locked in on IRIFM.net. So big up every time. It's kind of late there now, but they're locked in. And we got such great things coming tonight. We want to say a special welcome to all our friends on our social media pages. Feel free to join us. IRI_JA. That's Instagram, Twitter, IRI_FM. And of course on Facebook, just simply join us on IRIFM. Just like that. So simple.
Just like that.
Yeah.
Well, like you mentioned, Bones, we have a really interesting show as usual. I know your classmate is going to be on.
Man.
It's always a good conversation when we have Christopher Birch on, and he's such a legendary producer. So it's a lot of things to catch up with him.
Yeah, and one of the things that I really want to have a conversation with, Christopher Birch has said that he has transitioned into the realm of artist. And then I hear a song and I don't hear him on it at all.
And that what you mentioned, that also seems to be a new trend.
Yes.
Or where more producers, I should say, are doing that, where you see a producer featuring an artist, you're listening to the track, you're waiting to hear the producer bust out a tune or whatever, but that doesn't happen because it is their production and they're on it as featuring. So that is a conversation to have, like you mentioned.
Rebranding and pivoting. But we're going to be talking to him a little later on about that. But I tell you, condolences to popular YouTuber Incline and dancehall artist. Of course, he's mourning the death of his mother, 54-year-old Lorna Lake, a farmer who was killed on Friday night. It is just so sad. One of the things I don't like is just there just seems to be a trajectory of death. Every time I talk to somebody dead for them. It is rough. But with Incline, according to police reports, the 54-year-old Lorna Lake was taken from her one-bedroom dwelling along with her common-law husband approximately 9 p.m. on Friday night by a robber demanding money. The perpetrator then took them outside, tied them up in nearby bushes where Lake's common-law husband was brutally beaten. And it is reported that he pretended to be dead, and Lake was taken to the adjoining community of Blenheim, and that's in Hanover,
Wow. But you frequent Hanover in
Yeah.
recent times, yeah?
Yeah, well, I have a property there, and it is sad because I mean, Blenheim is not where mine is, but it's kind of on the other side of the town. But it's just so sad because criminality overall has gone up. In the focus has been COVID and the pandemic and so on, which is very important. It needs to be a
It is-
focus.
Right, but it is also more important to create a balance, though, because people are dying, in my opinion, more rapidly from crime than COVID.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, yes, we have deaths from COVID, but when you look at in comparison, it's night and day. So we need to put some focus on crime. Crime is a problem in Jamaica at this particular point in time. We understand that the police were alerted about her abduction. That is Encline's mom, and she was taken to the hospital where she was pronounced dead. Encline is known for the single guard, which has racked up over 1.9 million views on YouTube. Also have more than 410,000 subscribers. So popular, but Encline, to your family, we say condolences and to you. It is rough when you lose, especially a mother. Cause boy, me I tell you, me close to my one and
Yeah, I can't imagine.
it's rough. It is rough. It is rough.
Also, latest developments as it relates to producer Shabdan. New details are that the investigations revealed that a gun found in a motor vehicle in which popular music producer Shabdan was traveling was stolen from the Atlanta Police Department in the United States.
Wow. Boy, may I tell you. Shabdan. All right, so it's rough. Big things. There's going to be a big collaboration with Ed Sheeran and Aishana. That's a big deal, eh? Yeah.
It is. What do you think the song would be about? Something sexy, something raunchy. What do you think?
I think it's going to be a fusion. A fusion of Ed Sheeran's style and, of course, Aishana's raunchy style. I can't wait to hear that. I'd love to hear that. Aishana, if you want to give it like a preview. But I don't know if it's finished yet. But I would look forward to hearing that because we Jamaicans, we've been making some real big steps in the overseas market. Collaborations, samples, people are sampling our music. People are loving our music and wanting to get involved with our music. And that is
on that note, as you say, people are loving our music. Big up to Barrington Levy, man. Have you watched already Netflix, The Harder They Fall?
Look.
Oh my goodness, like just hearing so many Barrington tunes blaring through and the extent at which it was played in the film.
You like the movie?
I did. I liked it. Yeah. How about you? You don't like it?
It's all right.
Stop it.
Why gangster boy, wolf a killing going into that. But
yeah.
But I really, just as you said, just hearing the Jamaican representation.
Dennis Brown, Coffee,
Barrington Levy.
It was really, really wicked. And big up to Jay-Z for putting together such a versatile soundtrack.
But he knows, he ain't stupid. He knows that we have to be on that.
Look here, Barrington Shidley.
Yeah, man.
It was just really wicked. And then just how it was, remade. How many times have they remade that?
Too many times. But you know what I think I like especially about the movie or how Barrington's songs, it's just, it was, the timing was just so perfect where just as they're getting into another scene, you hear shiddly daddly whiddly, and it just done right.
The remix, how it was done, how it was played, and then it was, normally when you hear music in a movie, in a film,
right?
Snippet, short stints, but then
long. This was good.
It was just really long, and it made me feel so good for Barrington Levy, so good for music, for reggae, for dancehall, and just how, imagine how many homes Shidley Dadley
exactly.
Whoa,
exactly.
was being heard in.
I felt so proud.
It's just like truly amazing, man.
I felt so proud because the way it was just put out there, and then I don't want to knock the movie, but sometimes I just even watch a movie, I just listen to Barrington.
It's still too bad.
I cannot, why?
But you're not a movie person, so I really don't expect,
I feel proud of Barrington Levy because he's a dear friend of mine. And on top of that, I was in his music video called Rosie or Rosé. Right. So and then when I see him being represented like that, and he's been doing very well on the international market recently. Barclays Stadium, Barclays, the Versus concert.
Recently.
And then, of course, with the big tune with Khalid and Buju and Bounty and Capleton. He has his samples are absolutely awesome, and people want them.
And they're still fresh.
Can't steal.
Very, very fresh. And, it just slaps. You hear it, and you're like, yo. Yeah.
Shabada would I say, ever fresh, never stale. That I hear. Ever fresh. Big up yourself,
Right.
my brethren, Barrington Levy. Enough love. Every time.
Now, rapper Travis Scott is stepping up to help the families of those who died at Astro World Fest, offering to pay funeral costs and extending even more help for those affected. According to TMZ, Travis is also going to be partnering with BetterHelp, a network of mental health professionals, to offer mental health services for free to anyone who attended Astro World Fest who may need to talk through their trauma after 8 people died at his concert on the weekend. So I'm not sure if you heard about it. So basically what happened, persons at the back were just pushing towards the front.
When he came on.
Yeah. Some reports, persons were saying that, why didn't he stop his concert, stop the show, because, persons were in the crowd saying help. But what are the chances of, with a venue, 50,000 people, and there are some persons in some section are screaming for help, and you understand show business. It's lights, camera, action. So that can also be translated as, not hearing.
Can't work. First of all, when we do our show maybe has the most 10,000 people. You can't manage 10,000 people. This person had 50,000 people. And to be honest with you, when we do the show here, and a busy signal or an alkaline or whoever our headliner is comes on the show, there is a push towards the stage. There's always a push towards the stage. Now, what should have happened, in my opinion, is that a plan of action should have been taking place whenever the headliners come in, especially when you have 50,000 people and over. I wasn't there, so I don't know how much security or how much reinforcements they had in place. But you need to over-provide for those things.
Absolutely.
Always.
And there is no way the organizers of the event can come out looking squeaky clean, because the necessary measures should have been put in place to ensure that 50,000 strong is in the venue. Persons are not crammed together, because you know what can happen. So you have to ensure that there is enough space, there isn't an overcrowding issue. So something of this sort, where 8 persons died as a result of just a push and shove.
But, if you go to Europe, you go to the Reggae Guild Festival, you go to Rotterdam, you go to all these festivals in Europe, they're having bigger crowds than that, bigger than 50,000, and there's no problem. So what is there?
Or that we know of.
Well, that we know of. Been to one or two. We never had any issues. What was the size of the venue? How was the venue laid out? How was it configured in terms of VIP versus general admission, accessibility to exits, and so on? All of these things have to be taken into consideration. We just don't know the mechanics of it. And I think as the investigation goes on, because I think when Travis was on stage, somebody signaled to him that he needs to stop the show. But I don't think he could hear properly. That's what I'm assuming, because with that kind of size
crowd, lights, and you're thinking
and your
it's
band.
not dead silence. You have your
Right.
band. So these are also elements to take into consideration before, casting blame. So looking at it wholeheartedly, you have to look at the mechanics, the planning of the show, and the measures that were put in place. And in the event that there are breaches in terms of the necessary steps weren't being followed.
Right. And this is the other thing too. When the crowd started to push forward, the security was easily overwhelmed. They were overwhelmed really quickly. So that's another thing. I mean, was there enough there?
Security to man.
Yeah, to manage.
And how much you could better answer this question as a show promoter as well. How much security is adequate or can suffice at different intervals throughout the venue to monitor a crowd the size of a 50,000?
It's so simple. The security, the head of security, because we can't calculate that as the promoters most times. They can say to me, and I want to big up St. Anne's Bay police officers and so on, but the superintendent in charge can normally tell you, how much people are you expecting, so that I know how much of my team I should deploy. And I will always overestimate. You overestimate, so it's better to have too much security than too little. And what they will say is, okay, we're going to corner here, we're going to corner here. The venue can hold X amount of people, or this is the amount of people we expect. You can provide for it. You really can. But you really have to be very smart with your execution, be strategic where you place people, so that if there's a stampede, this was just a push of people coming forward to the stage. But there could have been a fight. There could have been a little scuffle around there, and the stampede could have also happened. You have to plan for all of those things. So
eventualities, yeah.
Eventualities. So I don't know what their security plans were, but security can really, they can plan for it and have enough manpower most times. So we need to look into that. We'll see how it is. But it's unfortunate, and we want to say condolences to the families of the people who died in that concert.
Yes, and we understand that several others were injured as well. It's an ongoing situation.
It is rough. It is rough. It is rough. But, that's just how it is. And, of course, we want to big up Travis Scott because he wants to pay. He'll pay for the funeral expenses and so on. So he's
So have you heard about Flipper Muggler? So he basically shared a video via his Instagram platform.
Right.
So he has completed his Bachelor's of Arts degree behind bars.
I'm sorry he didn't do that outside. He wouldn't get caught.
So no, he has done that. So he basically is promoting a song, it seems, that is titled Earn Your Way Out. So he was DJing the lines, thinking for a change, focus on the victim. I'm rehabilitating. I'm trying to earn my way out.
Right.
Earn my way out.
Flipper Mafia was my brethren, I mean, when we had Buzz with everybody in studio all the time, when he comes here, he is full of fun, very jovial, very kind. But, he just put himself into some situations that were just not beneficial for him, and he's now where he is because of that. But I also knew that there was a part of him that always wanted to upgrade. So him getting a degree in prison is not a surprise to me, because he's like that. He's not an idiot, and he will always try to improve himself. He just needs to just do what he got to do now and get out of jail, and be be very contributive to society. That's all we want right now. Big up yourself.
Are you ready for social media highs and lows?
Very ready. All the time.
All right. So we're now gonna go to social media highs and lows with Tristan Wilson and Shanice Williams.
Here we go.
It's now time for social media highs and lows.
Girl, you know so I want on social media. Yeah, girl, the good, the bad, and the ugly. It's your social media highs and lows.
Like I every other day, them find sitting new for try. Them no mention my name, them no feel them not the light.
This and every Wednesday we've got the online buzz.
I'm Tris.
And I'm Shanice.
Let's jump right into the highs for this week. Less than a month after pop superstar Ed Sheeran confessed that he was smitten with dancehall artist Aishana's Equal Rights, which of course is a remix of his pop song Shape of You, the dancehall diva has now revealed, and guess this, that they have a new collab to be released soon. Shape of You was remixed by the artist who released the raunchy single Equal Rights, which has since received almost 4 million views on YouTube and is one of the most popular mixes of the original song. The song was released in 2017 and gained wide backlash from the men in dancehall, who of course bun out the song because of its raunchy lyrics. Last month, while speaking about the wide success of the song, Ed Sheeran said that the song was remixed dozens of times around the world, but his favorite remix was Aishana's. So congratulations to Aishana, we're looking forward to the new collab.
Now for the lows. Now, Popcorn fan is actually getting the lows for this week. Now, after being slapped with a $10,000 fine after pleading guilty to several road traffic violations in St. Thomas Traffic Court last week, Popcorn took to Twitter to tweet, "I said guilty," with some laughing emojis, and of course the users responded, "Trouble." So we can no doubt say that Popcorn is definitely one of the most hilarious dancehall DJs, and of course we know of his many prologues with his mother Miss Rona, and of course his pranks. On Tuesday, the artist shared images of his new merch at his Unruly shop as he encourages fans to support the store with caption, "New stocks on the market, all Unruly everything at the Unruly shop, let's go." Now, one particular OnlyFans promoter probably did not expect the response she received from the artist. Now, this user commented, "I am single," crying emoji, "I need boyfriend," with some sad emojis. Now, Popcorn was quick with a sharp response, "Gal, go read your Bible." Now, while she did not reply, the comment by Popcorn was liked by fans over 960 times, with many people laughing at the rebuke. "Tell her again, my G," one person said. "She needs to go look at work," another person said. Now, the comment section has gone viral since, with many laughing at the artist's response and some even asking why Popcorn even respond to this girl. So from Aishana's new collab to Popcorn's rebuke, who do you think took social media this week? While that's for another conversation, check it before you click it, because once you hit send, you may be a social media high or low. And that's your social media highs and lows. Catch us next Wednesday for What's Buzzing. I'm Shanice. And I'm Tris. Bye! Bye!
Boy, may I tell you, big up.
Thank you there, Shanice and Trace, for social media highs and lows. What do you think about that? A girl tossing themselves out at you and then you just tell her, "Go read your Bible."
Well, I have to do that a lot.
Lies.
Look here. You see, run me in. That not right, you. Hey, Peter. That reach you all the while, not true? Girls throwing themselves at you and you have to tell them to read the Bible, not true?
You have to contain yourself.
See, Peter and I are suffering from the same problem.
Okay.
You see, when you're as gorgeous as we are, Jesus, problem reach, trouble, Dede.
It's a regular thing.
I want to big up my brethren, the bona fide brethren. A long time in a scene. Big up my brethren, Marlon Tingling. Marlon, I haven't seen you in a long time, but big up yourself, Marlon. Always so positive.
Always, and he's always tuned in to us. So, yeah. Marlon Tingling, thank you so much for your continued support.
Brethren, we could not be here without you. Bless up, Marlon. Enough love. Yes, sir. Ting-a-ling-a-ling. School bell ring.
Yeah.
Yeah, so big up yourself, right. Marlon, every time. You want to get into this discussion. Should incarcerated entertainers take advantage of the educational opportunities? Well, Flipper Mafia would be the best person to be on at this right now.
Right, to carry the conversation. But definitely, why not? Isn't it like a part of the rehabilitation process? And do you believe that taking the educational path, if it can actually aid in the rehabilitation process for incarcerated entertainers?
Most definitely. But I wanted to find out the mechanics of how that process happens in jail or in prison. Is it a choice that they can opt to take a degree or do something, or they just sit there and wait out their time? So I don't know
if it's an option.
Right. So that part I don't know, but most people, I think that they do opt to occupy the time. Because one thing with prison, you know, from what I've understood is it's very boring. It's boring. You have nothing to do but twiddle your thumbs. And you need to either find something to do to occupy your time or to uplift yourself. And I'm assuming that's a choice. But I've always been told it is very boring.
Buju, he earned a master's degree in music business management from the University of New York during his incarceration.
Yes.
So if it is something that is on the table, why not take advantage of it if you're in that position and with all this time on your hand, do some introspection and try to be a better man or woman. I'm not sure how it is for the Jamaican system.
That is it, and I'm so sorry because it would have been great to have maybe a corrections person on,
a correctional officer,
to have an idea to give us the mechanics of how things are. Is this something that is mandatory, or they have the option to say no, I don't want to do that. I will just make some license plate. Run about there. Because that's the thing that they do too. License plates or they work on car, whatever. Or they may plant or something. There is always something that they're doing. But is it going to better them when they serve out their sentence? Or it's a sentence that they're going to be there forever and they have to do something. So it would be nice to do that. But I would think it would be a smart option to just take a degree. It'll keep you busy. It'll keep you out of trouble, because another thing that happens in jail a lot is a lot of confrontations, a lot of fights, lots of illegality happens in prison. So, I would think that it would be smart for them to, uplift themselves. So Flipper Mafia is somebody who we should big up because he opted for that.
And he started out in getting his GED. And he didn't stop there, he just keeps going. And in the video that he posted, he seemed pretty much, high on life.
Right.
Just feeling proud about what he has accomplished. And all of us, our road to success is different. Our journey is different. Persons are going to go through, different things. Some people had a year and can't learn and will have to take a rugged path. But ultimately, it's about finding your way back.
It was such a, I don't know if it's no pun intended when you said something about, he's high on life. Because he probably made a lot of people high on life, on life, just high overall. But I'm sure that a lot of them who have gone in for those kind of charges, drug-related charges, they've probably learned their lesson. One of the things, basic things that are taken from you makes you think so differently. Your basic freedom. You need, you just go to the bathroom because you want to go. They can't do it like that now. They either have to find out, to shower, to all these things has to be scheduled. And, when these are the basic...
No, it's not even a good time to quote Jacure, but he said it best, prison and a better rose.
And he said that long time. So when end up finding himself back this again, Jacure, behave yourself. What you're doing is not curing you at all. So, I'm glad that they are improving themselves in the prison system. Buju did it. Now Flipper Mafia is doing it, and I think it is something that is going to really help when he gets out. He's not on a life sentence, so he'll be out at some point. When he does get out, I hope he
will be eligible for parole in 12 years. So, there is still...
How long is he there? 25 years?
25 years.
Yeah, 25 years. So he's got a time to think.
A lot of time. And he's 40.
Brother, you're going to be in the senior citizen line when you get out. But, hey, flip up. Hold strong. Do the right thing. Keep yourself out of trouble. Come back to society and contribute positively.
Positively. And that is good advice.
Yeah. Come back. Contribute positively, because people have been in there, they've learned, and they come out and they do good things. Do the same. But get out quick, brethren. What I might tell you. Take advantage of what is there and improve yourselves. That's so simple.
And learn. nothing negative can come from learning something positive.
I like that.
You
Yes.
know, and benefiting, improving yourself as a human being.
Right.
You know, like furthering your education, like the possibilities are only endless. So
Right.
if you have it at your fingertips, take advantage of it.
Do it. Of course.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I think it's so simple to wrap that up. They need to take advantage of the educational opportunities in lockup. And I think that the majority of them are doing it. And we implore the ones who are in there, sitting in there and twiddling their thumbs, improve yourself. It only can help you, right? So do it. Do it now.
Improve yourself.
Yeah.
True.
Very simple.
All right. Now, usually at this time, Bones, we're gearing up for our music artist. But this week, it's not a music artist that we're having. We want to have a discussion in addition to find out, what's the latest with Christopher Birch?
We can't take him to church. I don't see him yet, but I tell you something.
I don't see him either.
Should we go to At the Movies? I believe we have At the Movies here. So we're going to go to the movies right now with Maisha Brody. When we get back here, it's going to be Mr. Christopher Birch, Esquire, Rotolorum. After this.
Lights, camera, action. Hey, movie lovers, welcome to At the Movies. I'm Maisha Brody.
Flaming on the air, fire, fi burn. All from a top of a mountain and cry. Tell them say my love will never die. Where do we go? Along and winding road. The louder they roar, the harder that they fall.
The creators of The Harder They Fall went hard. Not only did the Western movie deliver through its costumes, plot, and likable cast, including Regina King and Idris Elba, but if you are a lover of reggae music and a proud Jamaican at that, then this movie was extra special for you. It sure was for me, as I listened to the sweet melodies of Coffee, Barrington Levy, and Dennis Brown. The Harder They Fall, which is produced by Sean Jay-Z Carter and directed by Jamie Samuel, definitely showed Jamaicans the love through songs like the show's namesake, The Harder They Fall by Coffee, Dennis Brown's Promised Land, and Barrington Levy's Better Than Gold, and Here I Come. If you haven't seen the show as yet, it's not too late. You can check it out on Netflix. Still on the movie scene, Netflix's Squid Game is back for round 2. Hong Dong-yak, the director, creator, and writer of the 9-episode Korean thriller, confirmed the news in an interview with the Associated Press yesterday. He said there has been so much pressure, so much demand, and so much love for a second season. Released on September 17, Squid Game follows Song Gyeon, played by Lee Jong-jae, as he and hundreds of other desperate and deeply indebted contestants compete in a violent and often grotesque competition for about 45.6 billion won. Only one person can win the prize, and those who lose the series of children's games pay with their lives. Squid Game became Netflix's biggest ever series launch, according to Variety. It's now time for this week's top 5 movies. At number 5 we have Squid Game. At number 4 this week is Free Guy. No Time to Die takes the number 3 spot. At number 2 we have Finch. And in the number 1 spot this week is The Harder They Fall. If you love great movies and series, go ahead and add these to your watch list. That's a wrap. Join us next week for more exciting movie news. For At the Movies, I'm Maisha Brody.
All right. Thank you there, Maisha, for At the Movies.
Well, and of course, if you're just joining us, it is the EBUZZ. DJ Bones here with you, of course, Kashima Francis. And we now present to you, this is going to be so interesting. We now present to you Sir Christopher Birch. He takes them to church. He's the boss, my brethren, my classmate. But we have him here tonight as our music artist. Little confused why he's our music artist. I'm very sure he's going to clarify and let us know, because he has been a prolific producer, not even just prolific, but legendary in his production. But he's an artist, and he's going to tell us.
And musician.
Yes, sir. Mr. Birch, take them to church. Youth! Birch.
Oh, we're not hearing you, Birch.
And that's what I just asked you. Birch, can you hear me? No, he's not hearing us. I know he's hearing us, but we can't hear him.
No, we're not hearing you.
All right, so.
I know just now he was telling you off in your bones. I had a feeling he was telling you off.
Yeah, but he might light me up, man, youth. Yo, you can't cuss me them way there, you. Calm down.
I had a feeling that was going on.
Do not
Still
cuss
not
me.
hearing Birch.
All right, no, Birch is hearing us. Can you hear us, Birch? Yes, but we can't hear him. No, Birch, he's my engineer, man. He's not mute his mic. He's too rich for that. Rich.
Yeah, nothing is on mute.
All right, so while we were the
anything muted? All right,
he
so
says no. So,
no.
But you know, it is such an honor to have Birch on, because Birch is such a prolific musician, prolific producer, and he says all that he does comes on the artistry. He's an artist, so he's now branding and pivoting to let people know, I do this, I do that, I am an artist, which is true. And I wanted him to just make sure that he explains that. So we're going to see if we can work out the technical difficulties so that we can have Birch, his audio here, because it is so important. You know, say he always looks rich in a Kishima, but the man look wealthy now. You know, look on Birch, man. Birch,
yeah, he's pretty ageless right now. Yeah, Birch just looks the same every time to me.
You know, say if he's him, I do like a plastic surgery or something. Something he might do some little general thing there. I don't know what going on, you know.
You sure he's a classmate?
All right, you know, you got too far now. That's not right. So what you have to do is that you make it sound like me old. I mean, I do look aged. I look battered, yes. I have a little battered look. And Birch don't look that way at all. But let us see if we can get him. All right, so Birch, try to say something. Make we hear. All right, he says hello, nothing. All right, so we're going to see if we can. Do we need to reboot that Zoom connection? All right? So, Birch, we're going to see if we can reboot this Zoom connection, because we're seeing you. We know that you're hearing us, but we can't hear you.
And I can't wait to hear what you're saying about Bones.
Birch, no matter the foolishness, you know, my youth. This when you come back on, no matter no bad mouth me, you know, because me know, hey, me know where you live, you know. Oh. You know, yes, I know.
All right, so while we wait for Christopher Birch, now, one of the things that you mentioned, Bones, is like now we're seeing where more producers are adding their names to songs. So you will see a song, DJ Bones featuring Christopher Birch, or Christopher Birch featuring DJ Bones.
No, do it the other way. DJ Bones featuring Christopher Birch. You can't put Christopher Birch.
All right.
No.
No, but the producers, their names are sometimes in front of the actual artist. And you're listening to the track. When you see featuring, you know, it sort of gives you the notion that, okay, here it is. You're expecting something, two people on the track. You listen to the track. The producers are not there. And more producers... Oh, we're hearing you now, Birch.
Christopher Birch! The girl them say you take them to church.
Oh,
you
so godly cross.
Cross. I told
aggravated.
Yo, sorry, you know.
Bones, really and truly, I still don't understand why you skip the musician segment and gone way producer. You know, as Herbert Morris, they are company, I'm always at the band room. Musician
but you have to wait.
Is my artistry, bro. What are you doing?
Let me tell you something, bro. That's why I skipped it. So that you will tell us. So that you will tell us, Mr. Birch.
Oh, you said it. Okay, all right, cool.
Yes, cross. I told you.
All right.
But let us just jump right into it. Like, you know, Bones mentioned initially that you are rebranding. We see there is a new track now, and the track says, you know, Christopher Birch featuring, and you're taking on an artist role. It is. What exactly is happening?
Right.
You know what? The weirdest thing about, we're having a conversation about this now.
I'm always an artist.
Right. How so?
Artist is not a profession. Is a label. When they ask what's your profession, you can be a musician, or a singer,
right,
or a poet,
right,
or another creative person.
It comes on the artist.
Artist, all of that comes on the artist. Your artist is what you do. If you're a musician, is either you're a piano player, which I am, I'm a trumpet player, which I am.
Yeah.
You have a bass players, drummers, guitar players, saxophone players.
Right.
You know, so artistry is what you do. So in Jamaica, what you do, we call a singer artist. They are singers. You have background singers, but you have people come in front and do the work and be the entertainer. So they classify them as artists. Just as musician, like Dean Fraser.
Yes.
You know Dean Fraser?
Yes.
What would you call Dean Fraser?
A saxophonist.
Okay, but he's an artist. Okay. He has many albums.
Right.
All right. What would you call? No. What would you call Sly and Robbie? One of my Dean Fraser is my hero. What would you say about Sly and Robbie?
They are
legendary producers.
Producers is what we know them as.
No, they're artists. Jamaica have them as producers, but they go on tour as artists.
All right.
Exactly my point.
So is this now why you are rebranding yourself? And do you foresee, for instance, Christopher Birch featuring DJ Bones on a track? Do you foresee that being confusion to the consumers of the music?
That's a problem.
Rebranding is part of it, but it's a journey. It's different. All right. The foundation of my journey was the first time I was introduced to an audience was me alone on a piano.
Right.
At what's the name of the hotel? Sanders Royal Caribbean.
Right. Okay.
And I'm not gonna name the date. It's gonna sound too ridiculous, but
you're old. You're old. That's why I go. Yeah, go through.
Yeah.
Right.
So it was me, this big piano, and 30 tourists just singing what I was playing. I started playing, and everybody just stopped drink and just start sing along with what I'm doing. So my introduction was a piano. I'm a pianist.
Right. Yeah, you have to say that properly.
Is my foundation.
If you don't say it the right way, it sounds like something else. Right. Yes.
Right. I'm a pianist.
Right. Good.
I can't believe you walked right into that.
I know.
Yes.
But
I know. But
yes.
So that's the foundation. Just sitting down playing melodies. People love to hear melodies.
Right.
You know. So that's where the art starts from, and then because my introduction. The first time getting into playing a piano, Herbert Morrison.
Yes, sir. Me know.
Right.
Right.
The band room.
Yes.
After the band finished play, there's a piano in the corner.
Right.
I learned the Whitney Houston's. I learned the baby face, and the girls them just come around and just say, "Oh, Birch is playing."
Them love your finger. Them say your finger them long. That me used to hear about.
The girls them say my finger them long. I'm a 6'5" guy.
Yes,
come on.
That's true.
Yeah, so when I'm playing, there's always attraction where people just always want to be a part of what I'm doing. So that's my foundation. So 2021 now is like continuity of what I've been doing over the years. Sometimes I got distracted. There are times when I got distracted where, I have to be touring with different artists and stuff. But it's fine.
Right.
I'm here now presenting Birch. Next time we're doing an interview, no more Christopher Birch. Let me tell you the brand.
All right.
Christopher Birch is a musician.
Right.
Birch is the producer.
Right.
Making the beats and the rhythms. And Birch is the artist going forward.
So as the artist, Birch Hill, will you be exercising your vocals on a track, or it's just what can we anticipate?
Tashima, I know there's a tunnel vision about being an artist. I realize that you're not letting that go. But
No.
No.
I read an article, and I'm building up to get further into it, because it is not something that is just local. It is something that is done on an international scale, where more producers are maximizing their portfolio.
But it
So I
was
do
always like
understand.
that, Tashi. It was always like that. It's been like that for at least 20 years.
All right. Here's what
Or more.
Here's
All
what
right, all right. One of the biggest songs in the world that opened my eyes to that was a song named Children. You know that song named Children? By Robert Miles.
No.
When I was touring in Europe,
Right.
96, I heard this song, this piano song came on, and it was a video.
Yeah.
And the song took over the entire Europe for a year straight, #1 all over the world. And it was just a piano and a dance track. That was my introduction. I remember come back to Jamaica, and I remember I call Sly and say, after Sly come out with Mission Impossible.
Right.
You remember Mission Impossible?
Yes.
Right. So that segment, when I came back and I spoke to Sly about it, I wanted to do the instrumental, the dancehall version for that one.
Right.
That was my introduction to the whole thing. I said, you know what? I want to do an album with just piano and just instrumental. So that has been going on for years. It's just Jamaica just behind with
Chris,
these things.
here's a question I want to ask us, and it's simple.
Yes.
So we understand the umbrella of artistry.
Right, exactly.
It has not changed. But I realize that it is a marketing difference now. People need to realize or recognize the different levels of artistry. The vocals, the musician, the producer, they fall under the same umbrella, but they don't.
As an artist, creative people.
Creative, but they all
Creatives.
they all don't get the same recognition because
they do. It's just who want to be in the front. Like, okay, all right, Sly and Robbie. Let's just stay right here.
All right,
Sly and Robbie is in the front. What are you talking about, Bones?
How are they in the front? Why are they
always
in the front? Why are
Sly
they in
and
the
Robbie
front?
win Grammy?
But what I'm saying is, why are they in the front? Meaning
they're in the front because they are a group. They are the brand.
All right.
They are the musician. They are the artists.
Let us take this to another level now. Christopher Birch, who is a prolific producer, musician. I don't want to say he is not up front like that, but he's not up front like a Sly and Robbie. Why?
No.
Why?
No, not yet. Not yet.
Why is that?
But that is your intent.
That is my intent.
All right.
Okay.
And I think this is something, Chris and I
don't do that. Sly and Robbie is not up front. They're up front. Just trust
way
me.
up there. They're up
Okay.
there. But what I was saying to you,
that.
what I was saying to you, Chris, is that you and I were having a conversation, and Kishima and I sent the message to her today, and I said it is such an interesting conversation that we're going to have tonight because of it's not what you do, it's how you do it. And you said, Bones, the narrative kind of has to change in terms of what you're doing. It's the same thing you're doing for many years, and people love what you do, but I just think that people need to know, see, the Birch.
What's happening?
Birch Hill.
Birch Hill, exactly. It's just, I'm just being a brand ambassador of my own. You see, I'm always in the background. I like to be in the background. Most of my life, I've been just chilling.
True
that. Exactly. But I've been doing the work.
Always.
Like, I can't just put on one of my rhythms and it just play without vocals on it, and it's fine.
Can I be honest with you? My favorite rhythm from Birch, Military.
Exactly.
But Birch, let me ask you this though, and not to take away anything from you at all, because like Bones mentioned, Military rhythm is superb. But would you agree that the entertainers who were a part of the Military rhythm helped to make it what it is? I know you just said you can play the rhythm and it shot same way.
It's a collective effort. We all work together.
Yes.
The vocal is a part of it. Just okay. Point taken. The vocal is a very integral part of it, right?
So it's the soundtrack. So it's the rhythm.
The girl. That's how we go. Step on them. Step on them. Warlord walk.
All of them talk. Cross youth.
You are now. Don't tell all of them.
Right.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Very important part of it.
But
now, okay. Check out the music.
That's what I was saying. But it's collective.
Take out the music. That's okay. Take out the music and make the voice go on. What happened?
And the rhythm by itself would survive without the vocals.
Always.
Yep.
I'm not saying the vocals
are not important.
By itself also.
Right.
But it's a collective effort. The rhythm by itself is an art.
Right.
You get where I'm coming from now?
Yeah, man, I do. I do.
It's not like...
Go ahead.
What you're saying? Continue.
Kish, you were saying something?
No, I was saying what that also does, you create the rhythm that is integral. The entertainer brings the vocals to the rhythm that adds some oomph, flair, and brings it to life.
Personality.
And personality.
No, the word would be personalities.
Right.
It's different
I
personalities.
take it and bring gives it personality. However, on a wider scale, persons now tend to gravitate to the person who is in the forefront. That is usually the entertainer. And then the producers and the other makers of the rhythms, the musicians and persons who play a crucial role, there are no public mentions unless it is a rhythm like military was shot and you can't mention the rhythm or play the juggling without say Christopher Birch.
Right.
So do you feel that you want the narrative to change because over the years it is as if producers and persons who play a crucial role have been sidelined?
No, I don't want no narrative to change. What happened is just a different approach I'm taking. That stands where it is. What I've done, it has done and did its part.
What's the approach you're taking now? Right. What's the approach?
Yeah, where I'm going now. We're in 2021. The marketing has changed a lot. You know, the approach is, there's no going back. We're just reflecting on what has been in the past, and it's been great.
Yeah.
You know, so we here now having a conversation, try to dissect what an artist is. It's kind of, I know, and as I said, Jamaica have a tunnel vision of what an artist is. So that's what we try to clarify here. Birch is an artist. My artistry is music, creating that environment. I can be a vocalist if I want, trust me, because I get some vocals around here. I'm like,
really?
So Birch, if I ever make you hear some raw vocals before the mix.
If you are a vocalist, then you are ready. You are ready to perform at any time. Give me something. No.
But
you're not a vocalist. You're not a vocalist, Brethren. Sing something.
No.
Give me a Birch tune. Anything.
Bones.
You don't say you're ready.
You're
not ready.
I'll build the rhythm first.
No, but vocalists supposed to can just sing.
Bones.
Yes, sing something, man. Give me something, Birch.
No.
Mr. Matthews would have shame my ear, and I said, boy, this man I
But
can't
you know
sing.
what? Well, Mr. Matthews say you have to pay me first. You can't just get free.
No, but I get up on an interview. This is promo. This is
all right. Let's bring it back. Let's bring it back.
He can't sing, you know. He can't sing.
I'm saving him.
Yeah, I see
so
Birch,
you were
friend,
in the process, Birch, of clarifying for us or help us to better understand artist and the different
the definition of it, in terms of
the definition. I think we've been through this already. Now, artists.
No, you got interrupted when Bones asked you to sing, so I just wanted you to finish your point.
And we still want that after you finish the point.
What ask the question again, because I was interrupted saying what?
No. Bones interrupted you. You were in the process of saying Jamaica has tunnel vision.
Yeah, Jamaica has a tunnel vision of what
artist
is for years. Just like, for example, all right, you have singers. Singers are singers.
Right.
Okay? All right. The dancehall part of it. What would you call them?
DJ.
The dancehall. Okay. What is a DJ? DJ is an acronym, right?
Yep.
What is that? What does that mean?
It could mean disc jock. It could mean this normally disc jock a DJ's called.
Okay. All right. But they call a person
you call
that rhymes.
DJ too.
Right, you understand? But that's wouldn't be the right word.
DEEJAY.
DJ what?
Yeah, the one who sing, the one who does DEE.
Oh, yes, you say a while ago the one who sing.
Yes.
You see what me talk about? So we're all in a circles of what an artist is. Even you just saying, you see what I'm saying?
But here what I want to ask you, Chris, it's so simple now.
Yes.
This is what you've been doing over the years. The artist side of you, in terms of the Birch, is it Birch Hill?
Birch Hill, right.
What are you aiming to achieve now with this particular side of your artistry?
As I say, the journey continues. It's just the approach of being in the front of what.
And how do you want to do that?
Ambassador, example?
How? Yes,
this
example.
interview.
Yes.
This interview, having a conversation. We're having a conversation. This is the first. I think this is the launch of Birch Hill tonight.
You know, so you're smart and you pick the right platform for doing it.
Of
All
course.
right, I said
Because I know you did. I mean, just know. You drink an energy before I come ready.
No, youth, calm down, cross, youth.
No.
Big up Uncle Barris. Big up.
So,
yes.
Birch Hill is what you're rolling out with. So
Yes,
persons, your entertainment counterparts and music lovers can get used to now seeing Birch Hill featuring X, Y, and Z on music productions.
On music, and it's not just a talk, because the performance is gonna come with it. Like me being on stage, I'm an amazing performer, you know. I'm no normal performer, you know. Listen, my performance is not normal. You have persons like Paul Castic. You ever see Castic play drum? Listen,
I have seen that.
When Castic a perform, you know, and drum sideways, you know.
And he's one of your mentors.
You have a whole set of women just watch Castic, you know. Not watching the performer, the singer, you know.
Yeah, I've seen him. He's awesome.
I'm telling you, we all play an integral part of what we're doing. When you have Fletcher, you have Castic,
yes,
you have Dean Freeze, 8 or 9 segment, and then you have
and you were a part of that band at one point too.
Yes, I was part. Listen, you know the weirdest thing talking about that.
Yeah,
I think being in 8 or 9 that has grew me into where I'm right now, because I remember 93 there was this show, Reggae Bash. See it, RFM again. So me I talk. RFM always send me out a road.
We're like
all
that.
Right, well on, you know. well on, serious thing. I see your start.
Yeah.
There was the biggest Reggae Bash show ever was Buju Banton, Tony Rebel, Master Griffiths.
Yes.
Winnie Wonder. I don't remember if Garnet Sick was on it.
I think he was actually.
I think he was, yeah.
Yeah.
8 or 9, fresh from England with Buju, and we go straight into Reggae Bash, the biggest Reggae Bash ever. I remember on stage, we were playing the place Ram. I mean, Ram, place Ram. Oh, did they play Cassie? Did they play Bamsi Fletcher, Bo P, Gibby?
Right.
Nambo, Chico. We just did they play Bra Roots.
Right.
So all of a sudden, me or Dean's, that's when me just coming out band. Dean just shout out to me and said, Birch, play the bad keyboard now.
Right.
I don't know what happened that night. All what happened was me just start play as hard. The keyboard rig start vibrate. You see, after the show,
yes,
the entire keyboard was full blood. My finger was destroyed, like blood up.
What?
Oh wow.
The entire keyboard was just blood.
Wow.
I've never told a story like this.
But you have to tell
so
it
that
here.
was really, that night was the night when I say, yo, I have to perform. This is not a joke.
Right.
Because Dean was like, yo, no, man, you have to bring your A game. It's not just being a musician and just, no. You have to be an artist. You have to play a role in this thing here.
As you said, the musician is also the artist. So, yes.
It's our art. This is what we do. This is no joke business. I represent all musicians. I can tell you that when we wake up in the morning and go to bed at night, that's what we do. We think about music.
Right.
how to create. You have the creative side, and you have the adapted side where we just learn stuff and just play for fun.
Right.
You know, so it's really an art. You know, the mechanics of what an artist is. I'm not going to get into it. We know what we are. I'm just explaining to you guys. Try to take it out of the tunnel vision and say, okay.
It's a big
just
umbrella.
Like,
Big umbrella.
yeah, man. This thing is a major important thing for people to know.
And Birch
as musician, what we do.
And as Birch Hill now, going forward, you're now going to be doing what? More visuals, more
visuals, more interviews with Bones and Tashi. Yeah, more performance. I'm going to be I'm going to be having like band and then Bert and then me and a DJ depending on the set.
Yes.
And then I have a singer. Also a part of it, our dancers.
Because the only visual I think I've seen with you, Kish, is Elephant Man's tune, and it says, Birch, take them to church. And you're
so godly.
Oh, so godly. And I said, that is Birch. But I don't see it else, so we're looking forward to seeing
that's...
You have a planned performance coming up, something
that's
virtual?
No, but Tashima, there's no plans for performance right now.
Online, of course.
No, I said virtual.
Virtual, no, not right now.
Okay.
All right. Give you time to set it up. We'll wait.
No, actually, I'm getting things in order about the set, how I'm gonna do it, and what I'm gonna, get done in the studio.
Right.
Get it organized, and the DJs have that. Or if the band is a 4-piece band.
Wow.
With, I'm getting all of that together.
Wow.
Because when we organize and put out a show, a problem, When
I see it.
No, but what he still did say, he's been boasting. We're still waiting on to hear him sing. So
no, you don't worry about it. I have a single right now.
No, don't promote the single. Give us a acapella, no?
No, I'm not talking about that single. I'm talking about I was doing something the other day and I put a vocal on it. I'm saying no, them not ready for this yet. Them not ready for the Birch yet.
We're ready for it, Birch.
We're ready.
Just drop it.
Drop it.
No, you're not ready for it yet.
All right, give me a piece, Ed.
Is it more reggae dancehall?
Yeah.
What's the flavor?
When you hear it, you'll hear it.
You can play it now. What's it now? You know, say you're gonna do a thing. You're on the platform, and we carry our road.
And you said that you are ready.
How you know there's going to be? You know, it's not easy. It's not easy.
As an artist, you have to be ready, Birch.
Yeah, you should start.
I'm always ready, but
sing a song. Make me hear what you're
remember,
saying.
Yeah. No, remember. I tell you when I decide when I'm going to put out that project.
Hey,
so I would give you a piece. No, that don't make no sense. That's not good marketing for me.
It's a good marketing on a platform.
No. That's not good marketing for me.
The only key Birch can hold right now is a keyboard.
At least we're holding something.
Hey, youth, calm down. Bill, you.
At least we're holding something.
But Birch, we're really happy that you're able to come on and you've dropped...
And made time to talk to us. It's very important. And to kind of just expound on the whole thing of the tunnel vision and not just
and
stereotyping
it into perspective. You know, creatives are creatives and usually it incorporates different areas and other elements.
Exactly. We all play a major role. The singers, the musician, and just as a Jamaican music industry, we all need to know that.
Yeah.
Musicians right now, we don't even understand. We're just always just really excited just to be on stage, in the studio, someone to be in the background, someone in the foreground, in the front, expressing. As I said, Sly and Robbie is one of my biggest. Dean Fraser,
right?
And so you have musicians like Castic, you have Taddy P, you have Fletcher, you have Dubwise, you have enough. You have like Bulby.
Yeah,
Bulby have a wicked album.
Birch, let me tell you something. It was good to have you on. We're out of time. But I tell you this. Yeah. What you have done was actually put things into perspective in terms of the umbrella of an artist, different sections of it, the vocalist, the musician, the producer, but they still come under the umbrella of artist. And we're looking for Birch Hill now Yeah, the entertainer.
The entertainer.
The entertainer, that's it.
Yeah, the
right,
entertainer side.
Yeah, the entertainer side of it. Yes.
Looking forward.
It's going to be epic. It's going to be great.
You're not sing nothing for you yet, but we're not have you up for that.
No, I
Next
waiting for the performance.
The next interview. All right.
Yeah.
Birch, enough love in a brethren.
Bless.
Yo!
Right, big up yourself, of course.
Yeah,
that's
man.
Christopher
Kashima.
Birch, big up.
Yo!
Yeah, man, every time.
Yo!
Yeah, man, always.
Big up yourself, family. Enough love.
Birchill, the artist.
Birchill, the entertainer.
The entertainer.
Yes, he's
Birchill,
on.
the entertainer.
Big up
yes,
yourself,
thank you
Birch.
so much.
Enough love, brother. Enough love. Every time. Boy, I tell you, Chris Birch, man.
Yeah, that was interesting, you know, like just to widen the scope, and more people now are referring to themselves as creatives. I'm really happy for that conversation with Christopher Birch, just to, you know, put it out there and put it into perspective so people don't really kind of feel one-dimensional, but just be all you can be. Me personally, I'm looking forward to seeing him perform.
And I will allow him. Because if me start performing now,
don't perform.
Dead for hungry, you know.
I don't do
dead
it.
for hungry, and you know, and me tell you something. Somebody just say, Birch, set your band together. Cause if me start perform, I'm dead for hungry.
And
but,
we know
yes.
you play the keyboards.
Yeah, I do.
We know you play the guitar.
I do.
Hold back.
But
hold back.
I don't play as good as Birch, though. I just...
Because I'd want a military rhythm from you.
No, you will get an army rhythm, not military. Cross.
All right. It always
Pick
good
up yourself,
talking
Birch.
with Christopher Birch. Absolutely. So we're do you want to go to Fashion Forward? I think we should.
Yes, go straight
So Fashion Forward with Shamara Preston and DJ. No, he's on vacation. It's just Shamara Preston. When we return, we'll have Lisa Hyper. Stick and stay.
We'll be back. We don't seem to have Fashion Forward. What, Fashion Reverse? Romian say Fashion Reverse.
Fashion Reverse, it's right back at us.
It's right back at us right now.
Gary Chucks is saying Bones the Entertainer. I want to see Bones perform.
Gary Chucks, bro, if I start to perform, man, but I want to make Christopher Birch get him like a bus. You know, things kind of rough for Birch, you know. Him, although him probably produce military and him play for Shaggy and him tour the world. You know, so things don't look so good for me, Kishima. I go against Birch.
Yeah.
You know, look so good. No.
Pulling back?
Yeah, I pulling back.
Cold feet?
Frozen feet.
All right. But, you know, more entertainers, more producers, actually. The article that I mentioned, it was just talking about producers around the world, in Europe, in the United States. They felt as if they're integral in the music that they put out. So instead of just having the entertainers in the fore, they consider themselves entertainers as well, because they're integral in creating the music and want the tracks to be Kishima featuring Bones, as opposed to just Bones the artist to the fore and me as a producer taking a back seat and barely getting any mention.
It's marketing, really. It's just marketing.
It is. They even went further to say that producers can be signed to labels because their role is so crucial. They also produce hit rhythms that help an artist to extend his portfolio, propel him to the next level or her to the next level. So they want their recognition too, and as part of stepping into the spotlight. DJ Khaled does it all the time.
Selvin Bailey. Oh, somebody was just online saying they must say hello to my mother. So Selvin, big up yourself.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, how's your mother?
Where is Lisa Hyper?
She'd get too hype. That is her problem. Lisa Hype. And, you know, I want to big her up to you because she has been doing excellent promotion. She's been promoting her interview.
I saw you under her post shouting her out.
Who, me?
Yes.
I'm a friend. I'm a puto sinner.
Yes.
Yeah,
I saw you commenting on her designer body.
Yes.
So, you know, so much to talk to her about, you know, right there.
She has truly transformed her body. What's going on?
But you have to ask her.
Here. She has sing one part about BBL 360 something or another. I think I know what that means. But let us see if we can get her online. Peter Broadbent is working assiduously to make sure that we have her connected shortly. But Lisa, my friend, I can't wait to talk to you because we don't know, say you have a whole heap of things. You hear a new single, she's not easy, you know?
Do you want to hear it?
I do. So, but, watch out.
But Lisa is here. Hi, Lisa.
Lisa.
Hi, you guys hearing me?
Well,
yes, we
girl,
hearing
you're
you.
loud and clear like crystal. Lisa,
yes,
what's up, baby?
We're hearing you.
I'm fine.
No, my dear, me know. So the body turn up till it burn up away. I say.
Hold up. Hi, Ozzy.
Hi, baby wife. How you doing? Yes, show them, You know what, Carter would have looked at you and say, you would have said, oh.
No, Lisa, you're already, you're already showing off your designer body. You made your reveal via social media.
Wow.
What actually propelled you to take this direction? Is it for the song that you're promoting, or what led you down this path?
Well, basically, it was more personal for me than a trend thing.
Right.
I was, doing a lot of exercise.
Right.
That wasn't working. Changed my diet. That wasn't working. So my team and we decided to undergo surgery. But when I went for consultation, I found out that I had a huge hernia. So that was the cause of my stomach being so high.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was more personal for me. But you do know, as a musician, I'm going to capitalize on it.
Of course.
You understand?
Right.
So when we decided to undergo the surgery, instantly, I came up with the song. So the song was recorded before I even did surgery.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
But Lisa, me not lie, the body, like them chisel it out. I want Coca-Cola back. How you go on, so? Me, if it told you.
Yes.
No, sir. All right, so tell us about the song that you're promoting, and just give us an idea who produced it. Did you write it? Tell us everything.
Definitely. The song is called Sculpture.
Right.
I didn't want to call it designer, but I wanted to give it a wow name.
Right.
Because I was going to go all out with the video, do something that I never did before.
Right.
So when I was explaining it to the producer, which is Mineral Bass Records, the name of the rhythm is Ruko Rhythm. I told her I didn't want to call the song designer body. I wanted to call it something different but similar meaning. Right. So she came up with the title Sculpture, which I love because it's divergent, it's just different, Yeah, and all the ideas I have, when it comes on to creating myself for the visual, it match it. So yeah, I really loved it.
Well, I love
and it looked like It looked like you had fun making the video. It's very colorful.
Yeah, I really
not a lot of clothing.
I really had fun because I know my fans was gonna love it.
Right.
Because they never see me like that, that femme-fatal, that sensual, sexy, soft and nice and so I wanted to go all out.
But you need to remember that we had our own romantic time. Here.
Yes, husband.
And I think Vibes Cartel. I think Cartel was upset because he posted.
Of course he was.
Hear him now that I want to go on there. So.
If nobody get that love with you.
Tell Cartel. Be the selfie.
No, Lisa.
But you know I'm yours, boss.
You know, baby. You know it. Kish, don't feel no way, my girl. You want to hear the song, Kish? You want to hear?
I want to hear it.
I want to hear that Sculpture song.
I want to hear it too.
You introduce it, Lisa.
You hype it up. You introduce it. I will play it in studio.
Well, right now you're gonna hear my new song, Sculpture. For the girl them would do up them body, and for the natural body girl them would well sculpture out. Every man want bang from me, want spend $100,000 from me.
Right.
All right.
Here we go.
MBA. Every man want bang from me. Why? Every man want bang from me. Want spend $100,000 from me. US. Only designer body, yeah. Only designer body, yeah.
body. Fat in a designer. Feel weird, I no link stigma. This a body it a every man target. Every man target. Every man target. Feel weird, I no link stigma. This a body it a every man. Tissy dong in a shot, tissy dong in a jeans. Every man want a squeeze. Jamaican, American, and Chinese. If in a me DM, I say them want a please. Tight till it all a squeeze. Picture a take, watch a flip cheese. Nick a broke off when me in the streets. Ex them mama, them can't live in peace too. Be man, I'm a dog, I'm a designer body. Fat in a designer body. Feel weird, I no link stigma. This a body it a every man target. Every man target. Every man target. Feel weird, I no link stigma. This a body it a every man. Rush on.
Lisa, behave yourself. Tune body. No,
Very.
Yes.
Body.
Very.
And I'm watching some visuals of you here in the studio. I'm actually running a fever now, but it's not COVID. It's
You always have an eye on me, though.
oh, I have 4 eyes now, baby. I wear glasses.
Not just the third eye, 4 eye.
Four
Okay,
eye,
I-
four baby.
No, Lisa. In 2020, I know
Yeah.
your album Phoenix
Right.
was expected to drop, but then you delayed that for 2021.
Right.
We're in November now. Do you still plan to release it this year, or what's happening as it relates to an album?
Well, when it comes on to the album, I want to keep that kind of on the low until, it's near.
Right.
It's near for the
Right.
release. Yeah, it's like right now I'll be only talking about projects that I'll be releasing when I'm releasing them. Like I don't want to, I don't want to put it out there too soon. But the album in a full effect, man. Full effect.
All right.
Yeah.
But right now, a sculpture.
But right now I just sculpture.
My
right
girl,
now.
this sculpture gone too bad. No, sir.
Yeah, man, it a one.
It give me like a problem. Me have, so me never know. Say my heart was going to the police station, but that's what you call cardiac arrest.
You always crack me up.
No, sir, me not crack you up. Me want you in a one piece. Me don't want you broke up in a no crack up. You stay one place and stay in a one piece. Here, Lisa. It's always good to see you and always have such a good vibe because you don't watch no face, you just enjoy for yourself.
What else we can look for?
I'm just a realist. I'm with a realist. You'll always have fun, because it's organic. You don't have to try.
Right.
To pretend is very hard, but to be yourself it's easy for me, So that's why you feel that way.
Okay.
But I really wanted. I'm sorry that I'm not in the studio with you guys.
Come me alone with the benefits, Me alone. Yes, sir.
I would really hug you up and make you,
Stop it, yeah.
Squeeze the waist. I don't know waist not dead right.
Yo, camera, come take over the show. Me can't deal with this heat. I get me overheat inside.
Yes, man, stress him out, Lisa.
No, she has stressed me out. No, sir.
Yes, you deserve a little bit of that.
No, sir. Yes, we deserve the hug from Lisa. Lisa, tell us who is management for you now. Tell us his social media handles. People hearing Sculpture, is it available on all platforms? Give us all that info.
Yes, Sculpture is fully out on all digital platforms, and you can actually see the visual on Lisa Hyper Vivo.
Okay.
Subscribe, view, comment, share. It's there.
Awesome.
All digital platforms. My team.
Who manages Lisa?
I'm not gonna say, but my team is very great, and I'm loving what they're doing. They're fulfilling their purpose. The whole marketing strategy, they're taking it very seriously. I had to do a little changes.
Right.
I'm comfortable with my team. All the composers that I'm working, even my stylist, Grow Beauty Studio. She makes sure I'm up to point all the time, every day. So yeah, my team, I'm happy. I'm in a great place right now.
How do we book you?
Musically and personally.
How do we book you? How do we get to you in terms of somebody hears sculpture and they want to hear the repertoire of Lisa Hyper and they wanted to perform? How can we get to you? How do we book you?
Well, you can contact Mineral Boss, of course, because you know she booked for a lot of artists.
Okay.
Otherwise, from myself, you can also contact Miss Violet Carblink 407-844-3407. Okay. 407-844-3407.
No, Lisa, like
Lisa Hyper.
Okay, or Lisa Hyper. You said?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to find
Or
out.
email book Lisa Hyper at gmail.com.
Okay.
Social media pages. Instagram, how can we find you there?
Instagram is at Lisa_Hyper.
Right.
Facebook is Lisa Hyper. Twitter is Lisa Hyper Music with a Q.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. No, listening to you talk, you say personally and musically, you're in a good place. We have basically 51 days before the year ends. As you look forward to 2022, what are some of your musical plans that you can share with us?
Right.
Well, musical plans, I'll be dropping a song every month. Song visual every month. Not play right now. Every month.
So did we get our song for November already, or?
Yes, Sculpture is for November. I'll be dropping one this December. Yeah, a different one in December.
And me need a visual.
Also January, also February. So all my songs are already recorded, orchestrated to be dropping. For the rest of the year to next year. So right now I'm just doing visuals right now. I'm just shooting videos right now.
Well, I'm gonna need my visuals,
Sure.
Because I need to be hyper than the rest. So
Oh, you are hyper. You always have that energy, Bones.
Oh my Lord.
True
Don't get
that. No, look here, blush and thing.
And all these things, that's true.
No, let me set it straight, because a lot of people, when they hear Lisa hype or when they hear somebody hype, they misunderstand.
That's true.
The meaning of hype. Them think hype is all about vanity and lifestyle. No. Hype for me is my energy.
True. Always has been.
You have that hyperactive energy there. So once me come or me depend scene or me involved in anything, just know say the energy I go well up. So don't get it misunderstood.
Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. Of course.
Don't get it twisted.
Right.
Locks.
No, Lisa, you even look very different. Like, your makeup is popping. You look very different.
Beauty Studio.
Lisa,
right. I hear you bigging up your team, and we're looking forward to the new music videos every month.
Every month. And Lisa, keep it sexy. Well, you can't help it now, girl. You're ever sexy.
Keep it sexy. Yes, because right now it's all about femme fatale right now.
Right.
Yeah.
Look at you, girl. I'm proud of you. Keep doing what you're doing.
Lisa Hyper, big up. We're
looking
out and we wish you all the best, man.
Love you, darling. Big up. Enough love every time.
Love you.
Mwah. Yes.
Watch kiss.
Just ease yourself, Kishima. Look here. Bad mind don't fit in, Kishima. It not fit you. Sure.
But what you forget the kiss? I am so happy for
No,
you.
I need. My smile just bright and gone.
Gone around a woy.
You always be doing that to me, though.
I got plans for you, honey.
He said it.
Good to see you, Lisa.
Big up yourself. Always a pleasure.
Enough love.
Thank you, guys. Thanks, RFM. Big up all my fans, my team, composer, family, friends. Mwah, love you. DJ, selector, everybody. Big up on yourself.
Bless up, Lisa
All right,
Hyper.
that's Lisa Hyper
Awesome.
right there.
Right.
And Lisa Hyper is always giving us something different, something fresh. She's always reinventing her style, her swag, whatever it is. Just always coming with something.
Well, guess what? Thank you, Lisa. It's now time for the IRFM Top 10 Dancehall Chart Recap with Courtney Mack and DJ Brian.
This is the Guinness Dancehall Top 10 Countdown.
I wonder is who really run dance. Who really have the number one song?
All the youths them want.
Who done dancer?
Do you really want to know?
Coming in at number 10, Alkaline Sell-Off.
Number 9, Massacre Special.
Number 8, Massacre Again, Love Story.
Number 7, Intense, Yahoo Boys.
Number 6, 450, Imperfection.
Number 5, Massacre Update.
Number 4, Journey 450.
Number 3, Intense, Poison.
Number 2, Feelings, Jada Kingdom and Diani. One day, if they're ready for the number 1 song for this. Coming in at number 1 for yet another week on the Guinness Irish and Dancehall Top 10 Countdown. The song called Gunmanship, Skank, number
1. Intellectual people edition. Fire pull up like Remington. Fully charge up. He got big man rock the gang for me gang. Man up with your boy. You cannot come in and the most fighting at the middle of the night. You make the place get nice.
Big song or big song. The Guinness Top 10 charts is where it happens. Only big songs make this chart.
Dancehall can't stand. Dancehall love me everything.
That was the RFM Top 10 Dancehall Chart recap with Courtney Mack and, of course, DJ Brian. And, of course, that's King Tune Day. Intellectual. No,
we are out of time.
What?
It is 10 o'clock. We want to say a big thank you real quickly. Thank you, of course, to Christopher Birch. Birch Hill.
Birch Hill, the entertainer.
Yes.
Yes, sir. So look
and
out
big
for
up to
him.
Lisa Hyper.
Thank you so much, Lisa. We want to say a very special thanks to everyone who made the buzz possible. Thanks also to our production assistant, Jody Ann Dawkins, our technical operator. Tonight it will be DJ Collision. And
Collision!
Yes, and our studio engineer is DJ Kamar. Telephone operator is Shania Roberts. And, of course, our social media specialist, Peter Broadba.
Thank you so much to the team.
Join us next
I'm
week.
Kishima Francis.
And I'm DJ Bones. Join us next week for another exciting edition of the EBUZZ. Muta Baruka is up next with The Cutting Edge.
We out.
We out.